So welcome back to another video which is sort of about the L322 Range Rover, but really it's more about V8s, this one, because I still haven't got the Range Rover, still looking, still waiting for the right one. So this video is more about V8s and comparing them to electric cars, which I'm in right now. So I'm in the electric car right now. It's a Nissan Leaf from 2018, and to be fair, I really like it, but I still want a Range Rover. And am I making a massive mistake? Because what we're going to do is we're going to compare how much it costs to drive 100 miles in this EV compared to a V8 old Range Rover, and it's not pretty. However, later in the video I will actually tell you a situation where it does work out cheaper to go somewhere in the L322 or maybe any other V8 basically, then go in the same place in this Nissan Leaf. So first of all, little information about this EV. You might not know how the kind of fuel efficiency works, because you know things like miles per gallon with petrol and diesel cars. How many miles can you travel for every gallon of fuel? Well, what we have with EVs is miles per kilowatt hour, and a kilowatt hour is just basically a unit of energy. So if you imagine a 2 kilowatt motor runs for 3 hours, well, how much energy has it used? You just take the 2 kilowatts, times it by 3, 6 kilowatt hours. That's all it is. And this Nissan Leaf has a capacity of 40 kilowatt hours. So as far as EVs go, it is quite a low capacity. So let's quickly go over how much it costs to do 100 miles in this Nissan Leaf. Well, according to my readouts for efficiency, I managed to get 3.7 miles. Whoa, hello there. Got you on camera. I managed to get 3.7 miles for every kilowatt hour of energy in this car. That means I need 27 kilowatt hours of energy to do 100 miles in this car. Now the question is, how much does it cost? Well, because I'm on Octopus Go, you get cheap energy at night, and mine is so mine's 8.5p for every kilowatt hour. I need 27, so 8.5 times 27 is about £2.30. So in this EV, to do 100 miles, it costs £2.30. But how about the big thirsty V8? Let's say that I can do 25 miles per gallon. And to do 100 miles, that means it's going to be 4 gallons. What's that in litres? It's 18.2 litres. Four-way lights here, by the way, so that's why I'm not going anywhere. It's good though, because I'm doing a bit of reading, so it gives me a chance to look down safely. Diesel costs at the moment are about £1.55 per litre, so 18.2 litres by 1.55 is £28.20 to do 100 miles. And if you want to get premium diesel, that rises to 30 quid. So we've got a comparison, £2.30 for the electric, £30 for the diesel. That is quite a big difference. So am I making a big mistake? And I don't really want my wife watching this video, especially if she's only going to get to this bit. So just in case she has watched this video, or if she does watch this video, I'm going to carry on and I'm going to tell you how that's not totally true. But before it gets better, I'm afraid it's going to get worse, because I'm not going to be doing 25 miles per gallon, am I? I'll probably get more like 19. And probably that's pushing it. So at 19 miles per gallon, that is 23.9 litres I'll need. At 1.65, still with a premium unleaded, that gives £39.45 per 100 miles. So it's even worse. It was 30, I've pushed it up to 39.5. £39.45p. Right. Quick little break, because we are at the hill climb. I'm not going to rush it because I don't want to break any laws or anything like that, but let's go. Sandy Lane in a Nissan Leaf. Whee! Got to keep it safe, obviously. Around the hill, and across the line. Obviously that wasn't full throttle, but obviously that was a lot quicker than in an e-bike. So where were we? Oh yeah, we found out that actually 100 miles costs even more than we thought. We got to even it up. So how are we going to even it up? I know. Let's go on holiday. Let's say we're going to Cornwall. From where I live to somewhere like Truro in Cornwall, it's about 280 miles. So on a 280 mile trip, how much is it going to cost? I reckon if I bought the 4.4 TDv8 L322 on a motorway trip, I might be able to get 30 miles to the gallon. Let's also assume I'm using normal diesel now, so let's get rid of that premium diesel. So now it's actually going to cost us £23.50 for 100 miles. That's a lot better. That's like 24p a mile. Not too bad at all, not too shabby. My Leaf's going to run out of batteries quite soon, so it's going to have to use a service station charge bay. Now service stations, unlike home off peak, which was 8.5p per kilowatt hour, service stations could be somewhere like 70p per kilowatt hour. So that means it's about £18.90 per 100 miles now, rising up to 19 pence a mile. It's not that different actually. So let's say we go to Cornwall, starting with a home charge, the Nissan is still going to have to fill up twice. And in total, to get to Cornwall, the price is £46.25. Now, the TDv8, assuming 30 miles per gallon, that is going to cost £65.70. So, you know what? We're actually not that far apart now, are we? £46, £65. There's not much in it. I would pay the extra to get all that comfort and all the mod cons of being in the Range Rover. But hang on a sec. It's not all about just getting to Cornwall, is it? Because once you've got to Cornwall, you have your holiday, and then you've got to get back again. Except before you get back again, you don't get that handy home charge because you're away. You had to do all your charging from the charge point. So we're assuming we're on that second charge point. In the Leaf, you'd probably fill it right to the top. So now the Leaf has to add £70.50, which is what it costs if you're only using motorway charge points, £70.50 to the 46.25, which gives £116.75. The V8, you'd have to double it, so that would be £131.40. So now you've got £131.40 compared to £116.75. That's hardly any difference at all. In fact, as you can probably tell, it is cheaper to run the V8, which you probably wouldn't have to refill, by the way. You'd probably fill it up around here, get there and back on a full tank, probably. So it's actually cheaper to run the V8 using petrol from around here than it is to run the Nissan Leaf.
150 yards, speed camera.
Thank you. It is to run the Leaf using motorway charge bays, which means at some point it's actually going to get cheaper to run the V8 on your journey, because obviously everyone's going to start from a home charge that's really cheap. And at what point does it get cheaper? It gets cheaper at 1,335 miles. So if you've got a journey longer than that, a big thirsty V8 Range Rover from the noughties, actually from the tens, is going to be cheaper to run than this old Nissan Leaf. And not only that, if you're in the Nissan Leaf, you're going to have to keep on stopping. You're not going to have the luxury and the comfort of a Range Rover. Every time you stop, you're going to have to buy a coffee, drinks for the family. So all that is extra. So when you just take in isolation Cornwall and back, whoa, camera going crazy. The cost of going in the Leaf compared to the cost of going in the Range Rover is very, very similar. So there we have it. If you want to go to Cornwall and back, don't go in the Leaf, go in a Range Rover. But I don't have the Range Rover yet, so I need to go and get one. So as ever, I'm still on the lookout for a good value Range Rover. Not ruling out the 3.6 TDv8, but as soon as I get to those costing more than 6 grand, we're in 4.4 territory, and I'm thinking I need to get a 4.4 if I'm paying over 6 grand. Let me know how much you would pay for a good 4.4 or a good 3.6. And also, there's still time to tell me if I'm making a mistake. But if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get to the shops and buy some knockoff Kit Kats. Maybe the next video I'll be looking at an actual Range Rover, don't know. But until next time, ride safe on the roads.